Well, hi everyone. Welcome to the Buffett and Beyond Research Saturday ETF report. And we're looking at the top stocks in the NASDAQ 100 and also the top stocks in the top ETF portfolios over the years. So we're going to see some nice portfolios in here, folks. June 28th, yeah, it's almost over. And remember, if you want to live on this beach like Jimmy Buffett once did, you've got to learn how to invest even better than Warren Buffett does now. And let us look at the NASDAQ composite, and we can see right in here that the NASDAQ has now reached a new high. We follow this line across, and there it is. It's just eking out that new high in there. Very, very nice. Let us look at the QQQs, which is the NASDAQ 100, and we can see that it already surpassed its highs a couple of days ago, doing very, very nicely in here. And as I'm recording this on Friday afternoon, doing very, very nice for the day, too. So, folks, yeah, it's been doing great. Now, let us go to our sector all-stars. These are stocks, and there's about 16 or 17, well, I think it's 16 stocks in this portfolio for this year. And let us look at what the QQQs are doing. Right now, as of Friday afternoon, they're up about 7.5%. So the NASDAQ 100 up 7.5%, the S&P up 5.1%. Now, this is about, well, with the S&P, it's up about 2.3% since, well, almost 2 weeks ago. And the QQQs are up about 3.1%. So let's go to our portfolio, and we can see that the long top stocks, in other words, we buy the top stocks in here, equally weight them, up 11.4%. Now, this is a gain of almost, 5 percentage points, 4.7 rather, percentage points up since 2 weeks ago. So you can see how these stocks are gaining more than the S&P is gaining and more than the QQQs are gaining. And let's kind of look and see what stocks are hurting us a little bit in here. And Google is down for the year, 8.5%. And Apple is down 19%. And so we're looking at Arista Networks down about 9%. And GoDaddy down about 9%. But let's see what's really helping us out here. KLAC, or the KLA Corporation, up 43%. Netflix, our good old friend Netflix, up 48%. And up here, back up here, CrowdStrike up 47%. So those stocks are giving us a good boost. Now, let's come back down here, because last year, this portfolio was up minus one or two stocks. The portfolio was up 36.4%. The year before, the portfolio was up 97.9%. And in 2023, the QQQs were up 53.8%, and this portfolio, or a portfolio very much similar to it, was up 97%. Last year, the QQQs were up 24%, and this portfolio, as I mentioned, there's a few changes that we make almost just about every year. This portfolio was up 36%, and right now we are up almost double we are up double the more than double the S&P 500 so far this year. And it's been a tough year because, as I mentioned in our daily newsletter, the market is up at new highs, but we were up at new highs in December and also February. So we have not gained much this year at all. And in the past 6 months, we have not gained much at all. So we're at new highs, but don't get that excited that we've come a long way in 6 months, because we haven't. Our portfolios have, but the indices themselves have not. And let's go to our NASDAQ 100 top stocks, and we have about a dozen stocks in here. And again, the QQQs are up 7.5%, S&P up 5.1%. The top stocks in this portfolio, the ETF portfolio, up 13% for the year, 2.5 times that of the S&P, and almost doubling the QQQs. So we're doing very, very nice in here, folks. And last year, this portfolio was up 47%. The year before, up 97%. Over 5 years, up 422%. But the S&P was up just 82.1%. So this is a very important number in here, up 422%. That's previous to this year, with the S&P up 82.1% over the 5 years ending this past December. So yeah, this portfolio is a good portfolio. You just have to be in the right stocks. And again, what is hurting us? The trade desk is hurting us. Yeah, boy, we wish we hadn't gotten into that stock, but we're in it, and we'll stay in it till the end of the year. But if some of you want to take a tax loss on it, we wrote in the letter during the week about how to do that and stay in the stock, because you never know what happens in the second half of the year. The stock might really decide to move if the economy is getting better. And KLAC, or the KLA Corporation, up 43%. CrowdStrike again, up 47%. Very, very nice. Apple, down 19%. Alphabet, or Google, down 8.5%. So two of our favorite stocks are down for the year. Down more than all the other stocks because we have all positives in here. Very, very nice. Meta is doing really, really well. Meta is up 24%. Microsoft up 18%. So all in all, very, very, very good year. So folks, we've had a very, very nice week. We're closing on the highs for the week as I'm recording this. We just have a couple hours to go before the closing of the market. So we had a good week. This way, you can go out and forget about the market. Just be safe, be with your family, take a walk on the beach, take a walk someplace. And folks, stay safe, and we'll see you right back here in a couple of days.